Hello and welcome to the Virtual Groom Room. My name is Jack, your host, and today I'm bringing you another shaving video. So, what am I using? Today I'm going to be using a soap called Pedro Fiasco. This is from the Club and Shaving Shop. The way I would describe the scent is pretty simple. If you've ever smelled Reflection Man by Amage, it's almost the dupe with Peter Trocalis's, I guess, take on it. It's truthfully one of the nicest scents in wet shaving. This is, it's fairly new. I bought it pretty recently and this has gone to up near the top of my list in terms of my favorite scents. My razor of choice today is going to be a new razor on the channel. And I announced in my Rockwell 6S video that I'm not going to be doing the unboxings / first impressions anymore. I'm just going to do it here. So, this is the Razorock Gamechanger. Now I'm using the 0.68 head on here. I do have the 0.84. I like the 0.84. However, for me to shave every day, it's a little bit too efficient. The thing I like about this one is there's noticeable blade feel, and I do like a bit of blade feel. The thing that I find unique about this razor, and I think the thing that makes it unique, is how you put the blade in. Now, most of the time, if like a 3-piece or a 2-piece razor, you take the cap off and you kind of load the blade on the cap. This is kind of like the base plate is where you load the blade here. Very unique, you know, I've never seen this before. There might be other razors with this, but it's pretty cool. Another thing that makes this razor unique is I believe they've actually priced a stainless steel razor at what a stainless steel razor should be priced at. The fact that we pay what we pay for stainless steel razors is a little ludicrous anyway. I've worked with materials such as stainless steel in the past, and we've sold parts that are more intricately made than this for £5. 316L stainless steel, really high quality stainless steel. So for me, it goes to show the sort of the markup these people are getting from their razors. I'm not complaining, but it's just the way it is. My brush of choice today is the American Walnut Turn and Shave Custom. This is this really nice 2-band badger knot, really nice brush. It's been soaking, so I'm going to put it back in there while I prep the area. Yeah, these are some new products. I'm happy to bring them to you. These are products that I've only used a few times anyway. I've used the razor twice. I've only used the soap once. So let me go away, kind of prep my area, prep my face, and I'll see you guys for loading up the brush. See you in a sec. Okay, so let's load the brush. Really nice tips on this. As you can see, let's load. I've told you before, with animal hair brushes, I like to overload a little bit. Not because I think they can steal the hair, which that is an aspect. It's more to do with, I believe, a synthetic releases lather better. And the more lather that's in an animal hair brush, I think it acts a bit more like a synthetic. The fact that it's an animal hair brush means they're, like, for example, this is the 2-band badger from Turn and Shave, or Melton at Turn and Shave. You probably have a Turn and Shave. If you do have a Turn and Shave 2-band badger, and it probably kind of creates a lather completely differently. And that's what you get. They have their own characteristics, each known. It's pretty interesting, you know, if you're into that sort of thing. I'm very much about consistency, which is why my preference generally lies with a synthetic brush. However, I cannot deny how good this knot is. See, I think that's enough lather, but I am going to go for another 10 seconds. There we go, that'll do. So this base, this soap base is the Club / Ariana and Evans base, which, as far as I'm aware, is goat's milk and beef tallow, and it's fantastic. Let me go grab a towel, I'll be back. Towel grabbed. Let's wet my face and I'll put the loose soap from the pot. Okay, so my face is wet. As you can probably see me dripping everywhere. Let's get the loose soap here. This is an excellent soap base, one of the best in the industry. It's one of those soap bases that you can just generously add water to. I do have Reflection Man as a cologne. I've not bought the full cologne. I only have a sample size, so the cologne's like $180 or something, so it's one of the higher end colognes, as pretty much all of Homage's, you know, Jubilation, they're all pretty expensive. Let's lather up. Build the base for the lather, and then we kind of spread the brush. So, the topic of this video, where I'm using new hardware and software and whatnot, I am going to talk about that. For me, this is about the time of year kind of where I miss my home. And reason being, I'm not a huge fan of the weather. And being quite honest with you, I'd say over the last 5 months, 6 months, I've really started to miss my family. I'd be lying to you if I said my stay here was planned. It was rather impulsive of me. One day I just got up and decided, hey, let's go to America. And I got here and my life was in a situation where I needed change, and I felt I needed change, and ended up here, and I'm here. I didn't say goodbye to my family. I just got up and left. And I've always had a fairly understanding father, you know. I was raised by my dad. I know my mum pretty well. I was raised by my mum in the first, I guess, like 10 years of my life. And the quality of life I had was extremely poor. I would describe my mum at that time as an alcoholic. So it was really difficult being raised by someone like that. I'm not looking for sympathy, I'm just telling you how it is. So my dad took me in, and kind of from there, I always had a better bond with my dad anyway, which I think can often be the case with boys and fathers, but my dad took me in and kind of started to raise me properly, you know. Before I went to my dad was always, I guess, the more structured parent, the stricter parent, and I pretty much got away with murder when I was with my mum. And he taught me how to act properly, pretty much, because prior to that, I was pretty badly behaved, you know. I got in trouble a lot at school, and I guess my dad kind of got all that out of me and matured me a lot. I'm kind of here now, and my dad is almost 63. He's a very healthy 63. He goes walking every day. He's an ex-triathlon athlete, so you can kind of expect what that entails in terms of discipline and fitness. So he's in very good shape for his age. But part of that is always in my mind, you know, the fact that my dad is getting on. My dad took me in, and I kind of need to commit to him, because at the same time, like, he took care of me, and in the next few years I'm preparing to have to take care of him as well, and I think I owe him that much. And I think anyone with elderly parents should consider doing that for them, because frankly, they bring you into this world and they raise you often to the best of their ability. Maybe your upbringing isn't perfect like mine, but it's up to your parents at the end of the day to give you the right start into life, and even if they don't, you shouldn't hold it against them. Like my mum pretty much destroyed quite a lot of experiences I probably should have had as a kid, you know. But I didn't let it hold me back. This time of year, as I said, I miss my home. I miss England quite a lot. I hate the weather. I miss my friends. I've not been particularly lucky with making friends here, and that's an ongoing struggle for me. I have friends in England from when I was young, like 6, 7, and yeah, you know, you may say it's foolish of me to give up all of that at a drop of a hat, but kind of reflecting on it, I wouldn't change anything, because I believe that at the time it was the right thing for me to do to kind of get my mental health back on track. This is the Razorock Gamechanger with a third use Gillette Nacet. Let's go with the grain. So I'm here, I miss home. I got married, I found a partner, and I initially came here to visit her. And I guess after a while, I spent a couple of weeks here and I couldn't go back because it felt like a regression to me. But I don't think I quite understood at the time how much I would miss my home. And I think she knows that. There are certain things you're somewhere or with someone that you take for granted. And there's a lot there I was taking for granted, I can tell you that much. This is a very smooth shaver. Tiny bit of blade feel, but it's a bit of blade feel to remind you, hey, you have a, a sharp blade in here. So approach it with care. For anyone that doesn't have one yet, though, I would, at the moment, highly recommend it. Mainly due to the fact that it's only $60, and for a razor of this quality for $60, it's pretty amazing. Okay, that was a fantastic first pass. Very smooth, fantastic hardware. Let me rinse off my face, and I'll see you guys for pass 2. I'll be right back. Okay, pass 2 time. Let's get the flow through off here. So yeah, kind of going back to what I was talking about before I went off on a tangent about the brush. Soap / the razor. I miss my home, and in the next few years I will be going home. America's given me lots of cool experiences, lots of interesting things that I wouldn't have had if I hadn't moved here, and I'm thankful for all of those. But at the same time, you know, there are certain things that will always make me long for home. It's mainly the silly things. I miss a Sunday dinner. Americans don't particularly do that. I miss the English style pubs quite a lot. I miss carp fishing a lot as well. I used to do a lot of that back home, and it's nowhere near as big here. I miss watching football matches, football match watching time. There have been times while I've been here, I've literally gotten up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I like getting together with a few friends with some beers and watching it there. And can't do that here, mainly due to the fact that I don't have many friends, but I'm not the sort of guy that would go out of my way to make friends. I'm very much of the opinion that things like that should happen organically, because I've always felt like if you're trying too hard, people see that, and like at the end of the day, it's not it's not too important to me, because I have friends, you know, but at the same time, it'd be nice to be able to, I guess, just relax with people, because most of the time here I'm on my own or with the wife, and I guess I just miss the camaraderie. I do jiu-jitsu, you know. There are people that I would call acquaintances that I do jiu-jitsu with, but I definitely wouldn't call them my friend. And I guess kind of the camaraderie I have, although I don't have lots of viewers on this channel, is being able to speak to you and just kind of talk. Most of the time I don't talk about my personal life, I talk about this, and this has been a good hobby for me to get into, mainly due to the fact that it doesn't require going outside, it doesn't require anyone else. And for me, it's vastly improved something I do every day. Cost me a lot of money, but that's okay. I'd spend the money on something else anyway, I imagine, so let's go cross grain here. It's a very smooth razor. This is a very slick stuff too. And to be honest though, the performance on this could be subpar and I would still have it, because the scent is just that good. I'd also like to say, probably not going to see this video, but happy birthday to Paul Humphreys. Initially one of the guys that made me start this channel, and I would still say one of the most genuinely nice blogs in this industry, and yeah, absolutely some of the videos that I will always watch. He's nice for a Welshman. Really nice feedback, although it's quite a mild razor, I've noticed. There's a couple pickups here. Plenty of lather still in the brush, so why not? I've not done this pass with this razor yet, so I guess we'll see how it goes. Very nice. Very nice. That was a great shave. Let's get the loose soap from the brush. As you can see, there's absolutely loads of it. And we'll get that and spread that over the face. There's quite a lot of water in this lather, but you can still see it's quite thick. As I said, this is one of the soaps that you can really hydrate. And it'll leave you with just phenomenal post-shave. And you'll see from the matching splash shortly that I believe this splash is as good as the male grooming splash in terms of just general performance. Oh, not only that, but if you don't have the money to buy the cologne, this splash has staying power. Okay, I'm gonna kind of wash off my face here, wash off the gear, clean the area, and I will see you guys for the post shave. Hey guys, let's get into the post shave here. Let me actually count something. I wouldn't suggest you do this at home, but hey. Another big thing to mention on this razor, no overhang, zero overhang. Very well designed, extremely worth the money. I will be doing my overall review on it. The face feel of that is excellent. Could easily just not use an aftershave, but I'm gonna use an aftershave. This is the matching splash of Pedro Fiasco. The scent strength on both the soap and the aftershave is just perfect for me if you want a kind of like a dupe. You don't need too much of it, you know. Don't know if you can see that, but I believe there's no alcohol in this. It's purely skin food. And again, smells a lot like the cologne. It's just all around fantastic. This whole set is fantastic. So yeah, that is our shave today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. A little bit different from me in terms of chat today. You know, I don't normally speak about my personal life or anything like that, but I just thought I'd get in front of the camera and talk to you about it because I don't really get to talk to many people about it, you know. Another small announcement. I'm going to be taking over the customer service side for Carve Shaving, the creators of the Christopher Bradley razor, which you see me use a lot. I offered Chris to do it, and he said yes, because I believe that they have the best razor. They just need very good customer service, and that's where my background lies. So let's see what comes of that. You know, I'm willing to help him, and I think he's willing to take the help. So we'll see what happens. Apart from that, have a lovely week ahead. It is Sunday today as I'm filming this video. Yeah, if you're new around here and haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing so. You would really be assisting me in growing my channel. If you have been watching these videos for some time, I really, really appreciate you coming and turning up to every single one of them. Maybe not every single one of them, but some. Watch whatever ones you want. I appreciate you viewing anyway. Apart from that, is your host Jack from the Virtual Groom Room. Goodbye for now.